Hi everyone, it's Ethony and welcome back to my channel, or hello if you are brand new here. And today's video is going to be a long one, so I'm just going to warn you now that I'm doing my recap for the Northwest. Oh, my tags fell off. Tarot Symposium, which I just got back from on Monday. Oh, there's some more of them. They all fell off. my little lanyard, and I wanted to do my little recap. So I am going to share with you my experience and show you what I got and just run through what an amazing weekend it was. And I had an incredible weekend. So Northwest Tarot Symposium, or NOOTS as we call it, is in Portland, and it's one of the tarot conferences that I'm able to go to pretty much every year because it is so geographically accessible. For me, being in Vancouver, Canada, I drive down, and I usually drive down with some friends, and this year I took Jordan because she was vending for Rue and Vervain, and it's a really fun trip because we can drive there and back, and we don't have to worry about planes and luggage and layovers and all that kind of stuff. Plus, you can pack a lot more into a car than you can a suitcase, which is always great because we take so much stuff and we come back with so much stuff. So this year with the new book, I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It's like this little book that I wrote. You know, I wrote this little book called Tarot Grimoire. With the new book being out and my Cosmic Wisdom tarot decks, which I was just doing client readings, so she's out. Here I thought, let's vend. I don't vend every year, but it's a great way for me to see everybody, and it's just a lovely place to be able to sign books and meet other people, and I actually quite really like it. It is work though. Like, I go knowing I'm working, so this isn't just like a social thing for me, it's work, but I have so much fun. So I was always going to vending when the applications opened up. Like, I don't even remember when I put my name down to vend ages ago. So that was the plan. And then there was some cancellations. I just want to put this out there, I did not even apply to do anything else but that, and if they needed anything, any help on the day, especially because, like, I've known Sally, Rose, and I've known Andrew for, oh my gosh, I want to say nearly 10 years now. So if I can help them at any time, I will absolutely do so. So then there was a swap out of speakers. Some stuff happened, not my story to tell. So I'm not going to get into that because, again, not my story to tell. I don't really know what happened there. I've been way too busy and to even get into it, really. And I just got a phone call asking if I could speak. And I said, sure. I'm going to be there anyway. I'm driving all the way down. I've already, you know what I mean? I've already booked my hotel. I've already bought all my food tickets. I may as well speak as well. So that's how that happened. Just to clear that up, if anyone was wondering how I ended up speaking again, because I spoke last year, which is the reason why I just said I'll vend this year. And there was a last minute change of hotel. We were supposed to be at the Holiday Inn. We ended up being back at the Doubletree, which I wasn't complaining about because it's right near Powell's, like, it's really close. And I got to go this year because we went so early. And it was really, really great to spend a couple of hours in there because I could just get lost. And I saw my book in Powell's. I legitimately went into Powell's and went to the Purple Room because that's where I know where everything is. And I went and saw if my book was there, and it was there. And I was not looking fresh, fancy, and fun, guys. We had driven down from Vancouver. It had taken a really long ass time. We didn't get to Powell's until like 6 o'clock, and it closes at 9. So we literally went to the hotel, checked in, dumped everything, and then went straight there, and then went to dinner afterwards. And I look like a hot fucking mess. Like, I was wearing a t-shirt that had questionable stains on it from driving. And also, I think, I have a kid, and 3 dogs. So I don't even know what was on it. I looked like a mess, and I grabbed my book and I ran up to the guy who was behind the counter working there, and I was like, this is my book. He must have thought I was a right freaking psycho because I looked like a mess. And he's like, that's great. And I was like, yeah, I'm so excited because it's the first time I'd seen my book in any store, let alone fucking Powell's. So if you ever get to go to, please go. We just had so much fun there. They have great secondhand books. They have great books in general. I tried really hard not to walk out with half of the occult and tarot and astrology and all Wicca witchcraft section. Like really, really tried hard. And there isn't actually a book that my friend got that I really want now. So it was amazing. But so, so that was what we did on Wednesday. And then Thursday, we went for a hike. Jordan and I went for a hike. The idea was that every time we go to these events, we go, we work, and then we come back, especially me. Like usually those days are just like 14+ hour days. And I don't mind that. My social battery is pretty high, but she's very introverted. So she said, why don't we go on Wednesday? So we drove down on Wednesday. Thursday, we can have like some us time. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, work. And then Monday, we drove back up. It was 35 degrees Celsius. Like it was cold and then it was hot. And we went for it was like 6.4 mile hike. I don't even know what that is in kilometers. I'll have to find out because I don't do miles. In 35 degree weather, along Eagle Creek Trail, I believe it is, to go to these pools, which was amazing. But I was so red. Like I was this red, right? I was so red. I'm going to show you some photos what we took from that spot. And when you're going up to get to the pools, it's an incline, right? So it says it's like a 600 feet incline. Again, don't know what that is in meters. So when you come back, it's a little better. I mean, you still have to go up and then down to the pools and then back up and then down again. It was hot. It was so hot. Thankfully, you know, I'm Australian and I've hiked in all sorts of weather, but it was hot. And the pools were beautiful. There were people jumping in from the waterfalls, which I absolutely would have done because the pool was like super deep. There was like one pool and then another pool. But the only way up from getting out of the pool was on these fallen trees. And you had to kind of pull yourself up first. And I did not have the upper body strength. So I would have been able to like climb my way up. It would have taken me like an hour. So I decided not to do that and go to the smaller ones. But I totally would have jumped. I've cliff dived in Australia. Like I've done tons of that shit. So it was so fun. We saw bright blue dragonflies, chipmunks, which are the cutest things in the entire world. Lots of lizards. Jordan saw a snake or a note rope. It scurried away, so I didn't get to see it, but she saw a little snake. I love snakes. There were beautiful fish in like clear water, and the water was ice cold. So what was even more amazing is we did this massive hike, super red, and then this ice cold pool was so nice, like for the anti-inflammatory, and it was just beautiful. So we stayed for a couple of hours in the water, and then we hiked back. I just hiked back in my wet clothes because it was perfect. It was a nice little air conditioning wet clothing, and we just jumped in our Vessies. We both need a new pair. Hey, yo, Vessi, you want to give me some free shoes? Because they are literally the best shoes ever. They're waterproof. We usually use the slip-ons. Probably should have gone in hiking boots, but I'm kind of glad we didn't because we could go in our Vessies in the water and they wash really easily. Yeah, it was incredible. So that was a beautiful, beautiful day and such a good idea. I don't even know what we did Thursday night. I can't remember. I think we started setting up some stuff in the vending hall. And then Friday I spoke and we saw like lots of people and it was so fun. The talk that I'm doing that I did this year and what I did last year and what I did at the tarot conference in the UK, because I went last year from Newt straight to the UK, which again, I probably wouldn't do back to back if I ever did that again because we got so run down. I'm actually working on a workshop. So I've been workshopping a lot of this stuff to do a big class around it. So watch this space. It was so fun. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I really was so happy about what I came up with for this one, especially like last minute. Like it was pretty last minute. So I spoke on Friday. Now I have got piles and piles of stuff. So please forgive me. Look at this incredible artwork that was done for the event. And this is by the unbelievably, so amazingly talented Joanna Powell Colbert, who couldn't come because she got sick. But look at this hermit. Unfucking believable. I'm like, is this going to be a deck? Can you make it a deck, please? Because it's so pretty. And then we've got Reader Studio, New York. I'm so tempted, honestly, because New York is like one of my favorite places in the entire world. So this was the oh my goodness, program. Doy. And so this was just so fun. I've got lots and lots and lots and lots to show you. So I'm not going to, and I was running the Kickstarter. Your girl has just done all the things. So I spoke at 9 a.m. and then there was a tarot business ethics panel and then more speakers and then the market started at 2. So I literally went to the opening ceremony, spoke, ran downstairs, helped set up everything on my table and also Ruin Vervain's table because, I'm going to help my wife and I've set up so many markets and things like that I helped. So this is how the day's kind of the schedule was put out. Right. So, and it was amazing. I always eat at the hotel, especially now it's like with the Hilton. I don't know what's going to happen next year, but the food is actually really good for the lunches and dinner, especially considering if you're speaking or you want to get all of the talks, and if you're vending, it's just so much easier to like get your food there and eat and then not have to worry about it. And it's pretty much a steal considering like having to figure out where to go. If you're not from the city, it's like a whole thing. So if you go to any of these conferences, the only one, I haven't been to StarCon, which I would love to go to, especially if I can speak or something and write it off, because Florida's a long ass way to go. Definitely if the food is good, which it is good at the hotel they had, get them. Charles was on Saturday. Oh, and Friday night was the meet and greet, and everyone ended up doing like mini reads, which I have some ideas for next year of stuff that they could do around that. And then I missed everyone talking because, again, I was vending. And then we had the meet and greet, and I think I went upstairs close to 10 o'clock and I just passed out. I was so tired. And there are so many amazing people who spoke. I didn't get to see anybody else. I don't think I went to anything else, which sucks but I can see it all on Zoom. So you can also get a Zoom ticket. So in the sections where there's 2 people speaking, you can always watch the Zoom. But I heard nothing but amazing feedback on Charles and Katiara, who I got like the first 10 minutes because she was first off and I was finishing my breakfast, and she was fantastic. And then, there was just a lot of really, really fun stuff. So let's get to the goody goods. So seeing some people that I haven't seen in a really long time was just like so amazing. Like Emily, who just successfully funded the Simplicity Lenormand. We have actually been friends for 10 years now, and I've only met her once at Reader Studio a few years ago. So seeing her was just like the best, and giving hugs to her. I got to see a few people. Oh my gosh, my brain is going to absolutely shit itself. Anyway, so let's get into it. So you get a welcome pack, and the deck that I got from my welcome pack was the Spheres of Heaven Tarot. I don't know if Llewellyn sent anything. I saw some decks, but I was wondering whether that's actually from, if that was from Soultopia or what, I don't know. But they weren't really, it's really interesting. And I've had a conversation with Llewellyn, I haven't with US Games, but that there's no real presence for those two massive companies at these events, considering that this is their target market. It's so weird because, I mean, I've been to HR events, I've been to loads of mining events, I've been to job fairs, all in the corporate world, and the big hitters are usually there. The only big hitter that is ever consistently at these things is Schiffer RedFeather, and I'm like, it's so bizarre. So I encourage the people at US Game Systems and Llewellyn to actually send someone at a table, because I think it's just like, I don't know. What do you guys think? So I got this one, the Spheres of Heaven Tarot. And I'm a little, it's really beautiful. This is the large version. I backed this deck on Kickstarter, the game, and the deck that came with the Kickstarter was, I'm sorry to say, a piece of trash. Like, it was just, the edges were all like rough. I still got it. It was just like, no care was really put into that. And I get that they were doing it independently, but I was just like, wow, I paid a lot of money for this Kickstarter, and this is what I got. It's also a pip deck. So the only reason why I kept this and I didn't put it on the swap table, which I would have done, is I haven't played the game, the Sephiroth game, even though I Kickstarted it, because I simply have not had the time. And I'm hoping that maybe with the bigger deck that isn't such shit quality, that it'll be a better experience. But I don't know. I still might end up giving this away. So I got this in my goodie bag. You get a free deck when you sign in. I got to meet the amazing Mari from Mari in the Sky. And I got to tell you that, we spent a lot of time together. I have known of Mari online for years. I backed her first Gentle Tarot. I was so glad that she came, and she came with a friend who actually lives here in Vancouver. And I snapped up Song of the Grandmother. I have been waiting for this deck because the place where I sometimes get my decks from didn't have it. So I have been waiting and waiting and waiting. Look at this bag. It's so beautiful. So this has the stunning art from Mari. And again, I'm not going to go into all of it, but I will show you. The backs are so fun. So this is a 66 botanical, animal, and elemental grandmothers. I do wish that they had the gold borders like they do on the box. I don't know if that's something that's going to happen in the new edition, but I still love this. So I'm opening all this for the first time, so I was really glad that I could do this recording today. You know, we're going to do the recording whether we have makeup on or not, because stuff it. So this is a beautiful deck, and it has the keyword. So grandmother iguana is separation, and then it says nothing truly lost. Separation serves you now. Grow back when you need. Grandmother lightning burst is the keyword. Brilliant striking flash, illuminating bolt brings sudden clarity. Okay, so these are going to be lovely clarifiers. Oh my gosh, I love that there's a shark. Keyword is ache. Pain is a teacher. None of us excused from class. Ooh, greet the lesson and stay. Ooh, that's intense. Oh, surprise for Stingray. Expectation dies every time surprise is born. Don't get too attached. So I'm really, really excited to work with these. Oh, look, there's some blank cards. Ooh, we're going to have fun with that. Maybe there's something in the book. I know that it's usually just the run sheet, so when they print it, they sometimes have extras. Really thrilled that I got this deck. Then I got the Gentle Tarot in a tin, and it comes with little stickers. This is such a beautiful tin. Like, it's got the, this is lovely. This is giving me so many ideas. And it has the beautiful matte antique, which is what I'm going to go with for the my deck's coming out, the Money Magic Manifestation cards, the big and the small, and it's beautiful gilding on the back. And if you have this deck, you're going to recognize the art. So I got this. I love this deck. I'm actually going to be swapping it out for the deck that I've been using for a number of years now, the Medicine Wheel Tarot. I'm going to be using this one instead for a little bit and see how I go. And the reason why I was waiting, I mean, like, look at this. So beautiful. And everything, so everything is like color coded. If you haven't seen the Gentle Tarot, then, and yeah, is it a little different? Yeah, absolutely. And that's why I really like it, because I use it for myself, because it takes me outside of like the known expectations of the deck, of the tarot. And the reason why I've waited, okay, there's just going to be stuff everywhere, we're just going to live with that, is I was waiting for this. I was waiting to get the book, this big, juicy, beautiful book I was waiting for, which I was very lucky to have signed. So now that I have the book, I can start working. I feel like I can start working with it. And the book itself is just, I mean, look, the quality is so good. It's this beautiful, like, almost like faux linen cover. It's gorgeous. I'm so excited to get this. So meeting Mari was a huge, exciting thing for me. And then she also gave me the mini version. Oh, maybe this is the second edition. I can't remember. This might be the second edition. And I have the first one in the other room. So this is, it has a beautiful linen feel, the finish. So now I have all the editions. Lucky me. And Mari showed some images for a new deck that she is working on. And we got a ton of prints. We bought a ton of prints from her. So I love sea otters so much. So she gave me those. Oh, and I got lots of stickers. Like, I got so many of the journaling stickers because I want to, I think I've got like 2 packs, 3 packs, something like that, because I want to start doing my dailies. So she had a special on too. They were only $5. So I grabbed a bunch of those. Okay. Some of these are from her new deck. I don't know which ones though, so please forgive me. I can't remember. Yeah, sorry about the reflection. We have just literally come home and it has a beautiful stamp on. This one is from the Gentle Tarot. Aren't they gorgeous? So we got these prints. This one, I believe, is from the new deck. So cute. That one's a new one. I think this one is also from the new one. I mean, I don't know. You'll all have to. And this was my favorite. This is going in my son's room because we used to read a book together about 2 sea otters, a mother and a son, and this reminds me very much of this. So this is going there. So we got all those prints. We just came home with all the things, and hopefully she forgives me, because on Sunday, there was a panel about creating decks. I love how this, honestly, fabulous, about creating independent decks and doing it, creating decks. It could be, there was Callie, French, who's done art for mass published. There was myself, there was Emily M, who's done the Simplicity Tarot and the Simplicity Lenormand, which have both been independent and then have gone to the publishing houses. I'm missing somebody. Fudge, the person who was sitting, oh, that was Sally. She was doing the mediation, and I think Joanna was meant to be on the panel, but she wasn't there. And I asked if Mari was on the panel, and the answer was, I didn't even know she was vending, because we've only really known each other online through like Instagram. And they said no. I said, well, I think she should be. First of all, she's probably, I would say hands down, the most successful person there when it comes to her work, right? Like, she's crushed it. You know, both of her campaigns have done so incredibly well. And she's an Indigenous woman, and she should be on there. Like, fuck me, put her on there. Like, she's got more to share. Her voice is more important than me. So I basically asked, but just said she's going to be on there. And she was, Mari was sitting in the back just wanting to listen. And I was like, no, you're coming with me. I actually asked her first, by the way, guys. I'm not just going to drag a woman on stage. I said, you know, will you be on here? And she said yes. So she came on and talked too, which was so valuable. So hopefully a lot of people got a lot out of what she had to share. I'm so excited for her next decks, and she is just the sweetest person ever. And I loved being in a booth one space over. It was phenomenal, and meeting her friend. The next thing I got, the next purchase, was the Chromatic Fates Tarot. And there was only a few copies of this there. I had never met the, oh my gosh, I don't know where her card went. Was it Emily? Stephanie? I'd only seen this on Kickstarter when it was over, and I missed it. So here's the back. And this was the Color Tarot Project presents Chromatic Fates, colortarotproject.com. And there's another one coming out called the Stained Glass. I don't know if I've got their little handout. Oh, yeah, I do. Haha! She has the things. The Stained Glass Tarot. So it is Stephanie. So the Stained Glass Tarot will launch in October with a new tarot deck and art book. And this is all done by real people, real art. Okay, so this is a collaborative deck, and I have mixed feelings about collaborative decks, but there is something about this deck itself that, I don't know, it's a little more cohesive than some of the other massive decks that have been done by collaborative people. So there is something about it that looks like it's easier to read. And I actually went through the cards while I was speaking to the lovely, I'm sure it's Stephanie. If it's not, I'm so sorry. I met so many people. And I was like, this actually works as a collaborative deck because there seems to be this artistic follow through. Like, it's, so as you can see, each one of the borders has a different color. And I absolutely love that. And each one is stamped in gold in a different way. And I kind of regret not buying 2 copies of this deck just so that I can use one and like keep one, because I think I'm going to bash the crap out of it. As you guys know, I shuffle very aggressively. No, I just shuffle. Now I'm not going to go through all of it. Where's the mages? Okay, let's show you some mages. I love the simplicity of the back with the tree, because it really allows you to, it's not overly done. I mean, I think this is a fabulous deck. And I like how the artist, see how the artist is, you can't even probably see it. It's on this side right here. It's so small that it doesn't take away from the artwork. And I really, really love this. And yes, it kind of reminds me of fantasy. I mean, I play D&D. I love Baldur's Gate, like all that kind of stuff. And I'm really, really here for it. So I'm pretty excited. And I think this is going to come out for maybe winter. It's really beautiful. And again, it's so different. Yes, it's very different, but I feel like, I don't know what it is, but what do you guys think? Maybe I can't put my finger on it, but for some reason it seems to be a cohesive collaborative deck. And then you get a little book which has a little bit of information. And it has who the artist is, like where you can find them as well on the guidebook. So I got that. I was really excited. So that was one of the decks I purchased while we were there. Then usually what I do when I go to events and I want to get a reading is I'll do the round, right? Like I'll go around and see who I want to maybe get a reading from. And the way that Philip and I met was actually through Jordan's grandfather and a friend's father, who are both in spirit. So we were sitting down and I had already picked who I was going to get one reading from, because I got a couple on the weekend. And I was sitting there and I met everyone and I was sitting down and first of all, Jordan's grandfather, who comes and talks all the time, said, send her to this guy. And then, so I paid for her to get a reading, and then I paid for my friend to get a reading because her dad came in, and he uses a specific system and it's called symbolic intuition. Okay. So I've got this little doowacky. The website is symbolicintuition.com. And this is a system I have never, ever seen before, and it is freaking fascinating, to the point where I was like sending everyone up there to get a reading because it was so interesting. And Philip was really lovely. So the deck, I got a reading and a deck. Oh, shite. So the deck comes in with red, blue, and green cards. And the way that you read is, so this is the meanings, and this is how to use them. So there is a way to read the cards, and it's really, really interesting because if you get red cards, you actually have to do the initial layout, and then so you do the initial layout, and then if there's a red card, you have to put another one on there. So he was doing this layout here, and it was really, really interesting. And then see here, this is saying like a couple of those stacked. That was if you had red cards. So this shows you how to use it, and it was really fun to get a reading first and see it in action, and then actually see the cards. So they're really, really simple, and I kind of love that because it really gets you to, all the symbols mean something, everything means something. So we've got like addiction here is one of the red cards, assumption, and there's a tree on here that shows you how they all connect. It's really, really fascinating. I don't know, literally, you guys, we just came home a couple of days ago, so I don't know if so if your belief system is blocking you, why? Well, maybe you have blame there. Okay, why? Maybe because it's the choices. Okay, well, am I going to pick red or green? And these are, you can pick red or green. So if I pick green because I want to heal this, then this one comes out. It's like you do that through forgiveness and compassion. It's really bloody interesting because it all works out in this like really cool grid. I am looking forward to playing with this. It was really, really cool. Again, I don't know if Philip has like examples, but this was like $30. It was nothing for an indie deck. It was made in the USA. And I'll put all the information, like everything, where you can get it. But if this speaks to you, it was like super fascinating to work on these. And I can't wait to do some fun readings on this. So this was the Symbolic Intuition, Awareness of the Inner Being. And this is by Philip Ross. And he came up with this system. As far as I can remember, like as far as we had the conversations, he came up with this system. I don't think he got it from anybody else. And I sent a lot of people up there, and everyone said they loved their reading, that it was really interesting. There was tears, there was all sorts of stuff. It was amazing. Money well spent. Then I got to see the incredible Anna. Now, I don't have her full name in front of me. Oh, yes, I do. Anna's Breath. And I actually bought 4 prints, but I gave one away to someone as a gift. And Anna is also working on a second deck. I have their first deck. I showed it in Newts last year. So I'll take some photos so that I can put it in this video, because her deck is so stunning, especially if you work with Sabbats and the seasons and things like that. And so we bought some art prints, and this one is Jordan's. It's called Priestess of Integration. And there's a whole write-up in the back. This one is also Jordan's. This one's called Peace with the Past. Again. And she's a Patreon, so I'll put all that. And I got this one, Mother of Swords. Of course, the owl. So stunning. So hopefully in this section where I'm talking about Anna, there will be photos of her other deck, which actually comes like as a full altar set. Like you can set them up. So if you have the Sabbat altar, you can put everything out. It's really, really beautiful. It's a long deck, so it's a different perspective, and it's just gorgeous. So she has a new deck coming out. Can't wait. Go check her out. Her prints were like really, really reasonably priced. And the other one that I got was one of Odin, and I gave that to a friend, so I don't have that, but really glad we got the other ones. The other reading that I got was from Eight-Legged Alchemy. I believe her name is Annie. I'm so sorry. I cannot remember. Fantastic reading. We bonded over our love of decks. She let me go through all of her decks, and I actually went and bought one. I bought one that she had on her desk, and she's Indigenous, and she's from the Osage tribe. I just spilt sage everywhere. And she gave my son an arrowhead, and my wife and I a little cleansing kit for the car, which is amazing because sometimes we go places and I forget to take out our cleansing stuff before we get in the house. So thank you so much. The reading was fabulous. And she also has this system where she's creating these tarot wraps that you can paint yourself, done by Indigenous women. So I'm going to place where you can go and support that. I would love to get one to paint it as well. So I'll have to place my order. But so fun, all done by Indigenous women. The last day her daughter came, I have a photo, but I'm not putting it up there because her daughter gave me a reading. It was the most precious thing ever. And I sent her away with all of the presents because it was the last day and I didn't want to take everything home. And I was giving gifts to her mum to give to her later because if you guys know me, my first job out of school was working with children. My first job was babysitting. I thought I was going to be a elementary school teacher, which I went to university for. So kids and I get along very well. So she was great as well. So I'm going to place all that below. This was another fantastic find. So already we have this Symbolic Intuition. Never heard of it. I saw this on, I don't even know how I missed this, but this is the fucking coolest ever. I love there's a big no AI. This is by Julia Y. This is her first edition, the Microcosmic Oracle. 60 cards and 200-page guidebook. And again, one of those decks where it's just, we bought shirts. We bought so many shirts. They're in the wash. But I can put pictures of the shirts that we got. Look at this. Okay, so I was like, you know what? I don't need any more decks. And then it was like, the fuck you don't. So beautiful hollow sides, the zodiac. This is so cool. And what we did at the table, while I show you, so it has sun, moon, Mercury, Mars, and Venus in all the zodiac signs. Okay. And the reason why Julia did this is because these are the inner planets. Like if you study astrology, there are the inner planets and the outer planets. And the outer planets, the further out you go, the further away from us and the further away from the sun, the less is about you and your identity and how you interact with people around you and your relationships. And it becomes more about society and the big stuff, right? So these are the inner workings. And I love that about this. And what we were doing while we were sitting at the table was actually putting all of our cards out for our sun, our moon, our Mercury, and our Venus, and seeing how they interact. And it was the freaking coolest. So I am going to be using the shit out of this deck when it comes to relationships readings. I'm likely going to keep it in order so that I can find things really easy, because I will want to do it. Look at the back. I probably showed you the backs. The backs are freaking stunning. All of this was hand painted, and it is bright and gorgeous and beautiful. So as you can see here, so we have the sun in Pisces, number 12, and the keyword is transformation. Okay, then we go moon in Aries, number 13, confidence. The moon in Taurus, keyword is stability. Moon in Gemini is objectivity. The moon in Cancer is sensitivity. Like, it's so... Honestly, again, I did not know about this deck, and I am so glad. It was like no questions asked. So this is me, moon in Pisces, spirituality. And then we have Mercury, okay? So Mercury in Aries is speed. I have my Mercury in Taurus, which is patience. Mercury in Gemini, which is Jordan, so curiosity. This is the shirt. Someone had the freaking hoodie of this, and I wanted it so bad. Mercury in Cancer. Oh, that was... And then we have more, I mean, it's just so beautiful. And these are all, like, all these little, these are nails with rope. It's so freaking cool, with all these beautiful symbols and shapes done this way. And Julia was so smart. She had big, like, them all pinned up, and it was just this luxury Venus in Taurus. So my friend Michelle got this shirt. I got this shirt, Venus in Gemini. And even though my Venus is in Cancerian, is Cancer. So this is me actually in my zodiac. And I'm sure Jordan got herself the rams for her and her friend. And I said, is this a sausage dog? And she said, yes, it was a friend's dog. And I was like, stop, you had me at hello. Oh, and Mars. Okay, so, and then my Mars is in Gemini. So let's have a look at what that is. Mars in Gemini. It's a trash panda. Adaptability. I'll fight you though, and they'll fight you if you come for them. Defense. You know, Mars in Cancer. Strength. Mars in Leo. It is dope as a soap on a rope. Look at this Mars in Scorpio. Ugh. I mean, what an amazing visual, juicy, delicious way to learn about astrology. So, and it comes in a beautiful box. The artwork is stunning. She really, really outdid herself. And then everything is fully freaking color. It's incredible. And it's easy to find, which I love. So everything has this, like, so you can see there. So the first one is the intro, and then the sun and then the moon. So just so smart. Like, and I asked her, I said, are you going to do a full... She looked like she was like everyone else is, are you going to do all the other planets? And she said no because of the reason. But this is like a close-up about the art. So the paintings featured in the Microcosmic Oracle were created from 2018 to 2023, so a long time, using a unique three-dimensional mixed media process. Every animal, plant, and geometric shape in these cards is made from a piece of cut fabric that I painted with acrylic paints and then assembled each shape on varying heights of foam core in a shadow box. The backgrounds all started as white cotton with white screen printed patterns. I mean, it's so, to see them, it was just like unfreaking believable. And then there's also keywords at the back. This, so love. So that was really dope. And then I got a advance copy of this book called Guidance from the Universe by Jill Amy Sager. And this is coming out in January next year. And this is by She Writes Press, but it's also being distributed by, I think, Simon & Schuster, she said. So congratulations. And this is so interesting because each chapter is about a different part of ourselves. And then there's a tarot card associated with it. So we see jealousy, Seven of Swords, and then there's a little bit about jealousy, and then this is Jill's experience with jealousy. Okay, and then there's reflections for you about your journey with jealousy. And what is so cool, so then we see gratitude, is it's out of order. So it's not like it's a guidebook. It's actually like a way to work with these iconic things. So I think that was 27. I think there's 30, or maybe 27 was the last one. There's 30. So Perfection, the Nine of Pentacles. So I haven't read it, but I was like, this is so cool. And I also thought, you know, you could do a little bibliomancy here where you can like close your eyes and pick, and I got worried. But you know what I mean? Like, it's really, really cool here that you can do sort of that work with it as well. So this is not out yet, but I will put where you can go and get where you can get it. And yeah, I was really, really stoked. She said, hey, do you want a copy to review and to share? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'll read anything about the tarot. So that was from Jill, who's also doing readings. And I just didn't get around to getting readings from everyone because I was so busy. So I don't think I stopped for like 3 days. I didn't even leave the hotel for like, I got into the hotel on Thursday night, and I didn't leave until Sunday evening when we had dinner. Like, I didn't even go outside. That's how busy I was. So it was crazy. I was too tired to go swimming, all that kind of stuff. I think that is, okay. Across the way from me was the most incredible installation, and I hope I have her. Oh, yes, I do. And it was by Amy True Tarot, and Aim Brandt is her name. And it's Empathic Tarot Readings, Tarot Gleanings, which is what these are. I've taken video for you all. It was amazing. So my talk, my masterclass, whatever you want to call it, was on the tarot shadow. And then to come and sit near this incredible panel of, these are all paintings, so of art. Each one of these was an incredible piece of art. And to be able to go over there and see them, it's like this needed its own exhibition. And I was surprised that so many people weren't going over and looking at them, because I was in awe of this work. So I got a packet of reproductions, and I want to actually get some more from her, because having the originals felt like I don't know, I felt like the originals would needs to be in like her hands, but there was 5 others that I really, really want. So I'm actually going to email her and ask her to send them to me. I'll obviously pay for them. They are beautiful. Okay, so I can show you a few that I got. The 3 Swords. When the story is done, you shall know a great deal more. The Fool. All creation seem to speak of beneficence and love. The Star. Well, it is actually painted over. Oh dear, how uneasy I feel today. She's not even there. She's gone. And then I don't believe it, said the Sunshine. My favourites were a couple of the Devil cards, not surprising there. The 7 of Swords, which was in her hollow frame. I was just like, oh, that is art. I adore Justice, which is if you do not help yourself, I can't help you or something. There was just so many beautiful ones. So there's lots I want to get, but I'm trying to lovingly convince this incredible woman to do an entire deck of these, because for shadow work, holy shitballs banana, holy crap, it would be amazing, because I was feeling all the feels just standing there and seeing them. So that's Aim True, Aim Branded. I'll again put the link below, and hopefully you enjoy like a little look through of those cards while I was talking. Bless you to my puppy. I also got a couple of really cute stickers from Shop Amityville Apothecary and Danielle, who I got to spend some time with and do a reading for. I'm sorry, my tarot card said no, and fuck around and find out. So thank you for those. It was lovely seeing you, and I hope you enjoyed our time together. And now let's talk about the big haul that I got. If I'd forgotten to say hello, or that I purchased something, like my friend bought a mala for her mother from a lovely Brie, I believe, who was near us, I do apologize, but there you can still see all the vendors at the Newt's website, which I'll put below. A bunch of people didn't come, but I mean, it happens. We change things and all that kind of jazz. So, well, I didn't change anything, but the hotel, all that kind of stuff got changed. Okay, so now let's talk about what I got from RedFeather Schiffer. So some stuff is on like not out yet, so I will have to show you. One of them is the most amazing deck, but I couldn't take it because it's not out yet. The first thing I got is the Magic of Lenormand card reading by Calliope, which is so funny because Jordan actually won this at bingo. So bingo was Saturday night. It was so fun. Emmett, if you're watching this, you still need to get a prize from me, so please reach out. And she just went up and picked something, and she's like, I got this one. I was like, oh my gosh, that was the book I was looking at. And so this is a big book of Lenny, okay? And it has her deck. Whoa. Okay, so there goes that. This is illustrated by Yasmin Westwood, their Lenormand deck. So it has the number, the description, keywords, timing, meaning, coffin and love, career, wellness, finance, modern day, affirmation, cartomancy, and then combinations. Like, it is such a heavy, and the stock of paper is this big, heavy, like chunka. Freaking cannot wait. I mean, like, to get this on a bookseller or something that you can go pick up, or even like Amazon. I mean, this is chunky, so freaking fantastic. I can't wait. I also got the Sigils deck by the lovely Jane Matthews. Look at this box. Isn't it baller? So this is the box. Book. La book. I haven't dug into this, but we've got the meanings and everything. And then the back of these cards is so pretty. Isn't that cool? I love this like parchment tablet quality. It's really dope. And then we have the sigils. So this is a really quick way to work with the deck and to work with these energies. Really cool. So they have different colors. So this is blue, then yellow, and then as you saw before, we have the beautiful chocolate. So I'm really looking forward to diving into that one and using that in, so it says it's a tool for manifesting and empowerment. So I believe this is, you can use, there's 21 cards. So you can use them for putting them in your practice or use them in your cartomancy. So that was another fun little deck. Then I also got given New Directions in Tarot by Scott Martin. And this was actually in my Amazon cart. So I'm really excited to read this book. And this person has just got so many years of experience, and this basically says decoding the illustrations of Pamela Coleman Smith, forward by Mary K. Greer. Look at this inside. Oh, so beautiful. RedFeather to Pamela Coleman Smith, who inspired us all, and in loving memory of our dear friend and mentor, Rachel Pollock. So this is brand new. And yeah, so I haven't cracked into it, but this again was a book that was on my purchase list, and I know Benabell just did I believe a review of this. So again, I'm going to pop where you can get this below, and also I will point to Benabell's review. Then I got the Decode Tarot, and this is by Deborah Zaku, and this is this person has got so many freaking so much experience, over 10,000 readings this she's done, and I love all the keywords in here. I haven't really, again, done a deep dive, but this has the combinations of these cards and what they have meant over the years in readings for her clients. So it says here, if the Four of Pentacles, which is about cautious security, and the following are all good news. So the Four of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune, good times coming, stay the course and life will automatically turn more prosperous. You don't have to do anything different. With the Sun, the Four of Swords and the Four of Pentacles and the Sun, happiness and success. Bright opportunities are right in front of you. Keep aware and get ready to say yes to things coming in. And then it says, if there's other things too. So the Four of Pentacles, cautious security, with the Fool, lucky breaks, and the Eight of Swords, feeling traps, means they may be shying away from an unexpected but wonderful opportunity and are afraid to let go of something that isn't working anymore. There is a wonderful list of well-aspected cards, and there's more. So this is going to be really great for finding connections in the cards. Now, I'm a big believer and advocate for creating your own connections between the cards, but I also think this is a really interesting example of other people's perspectives that you can play with, and there's heaps of other information about the tarot, and then there's more chapters at the back as well. So then there's Master the Pentacle, like, or the Court cards. Then there's a New Journey of the Fool, which I think a lot of people do. I mean, I just remember finished reading this. And then, yeah, there's lots of other things that you can kind of dive into. So I'm really interested. So this is Master Meanings, Reversals, and Combinations. I'm interested to dive into this. You see my pile, and I'm not even finished. And then I got this cute little book called Boys Are Witches Too. And this is a rhyming ABC book that celebrates the beauty of the goddess and god energies. A is for Apple, Z is for Zodiac. You'll discover the hidden wisdom behind 26 enchanted illustrated entries as you uncover the mysteries of the craft. So cute. So this is, oh, we got lots of bookmarks. This is by Ted Ennick and Shiloh Penfield. And then it's got, you know, we are all witches. So cute. So A is when Mum cuts an apple, a half is exposed, a secret for witches right under our nose. B, the silvery things that our circle bell sings, bid us welcome, step in, we're about to begin. Look how beautiful this is. I didn't have this when my son was little, like when he was reading picture books, but I love this. Hi, Moon, Luna Mama, I see you rose early to soak up some sunbeams, all ghostly and pearly. So cute. Q, the quarters are compass points, element seasons. Our circle has corners for magical reasons. It's just so cute. So adorable. So adorable. X, an X on the eyes of a dumb cartoon cat means its 9 lives are gone. You're a ghost now. So scat. Really, really sweet. So if you see this book and you have a little booba who is a witch, this is perfect. So that is this one. And the last thing I got was from the Book Roadie, and I actually have a number of books from the Book Roadie. They have been coming to the Newts for a long time. So I bought some inserts for my journal, and I also got this, As You Feel, So You Heal, and it's about writing passages. So everything was very shadow. Everything was very interesting around this section. So we have here chapter 3, The Sacred Path, and it's beautifully illustrated. And the idea of this book, what if you could dance freely with wild success and sweet happiness? Discover the path to carry you through a powerful personal journey of discovery, healing, and integration. Clear practical strategies help us root stagnant or blocked emotional energy so you can meet, engage, nurture, and understand your innermost character. So this is for people who like to write and process that way. Really looking forward to digging into this. This is by Donna Denome. And again, I'll put where you can get this in the description box. And this is actually from RedFeather, but I purchased it from the Book Roadie. Oh my gosh. So in summary, it was a fantastic weekend. I had a lot of fun. I go to these events because, as I said on my, thank you post in the group, writing, reading tarot, being a creator, all that kind of stuff can be a very solo journey. And it's events like these that allow you to connect with people who share similar interests and really excited to be there, and who you don't have to explain to them how much you love the tarot and magic and oracles and all that fun stuff, right? You just get each other. And that is so unbelievably important, I feel, when it comes to community, when you're doing work that is so solitary. I cannot wait for next year. I'm so excited. Wondering whether I can actually swing Reader Studio, because it is a bit of an expense getting over to New York, but I would really love to go back. I've been twice. So thank you to everyone of the Newts team for everything they did. Thank you to everyone who came and said hello and sat with me and said hi and purchased my new book, or just came in, and however you interacted with me on the weekend, I really appreciate it. And if you did come by and I seemed a little frazzled, or maybe a little, not off with the fairies, but I was very busy and running around, and I hope that you left any interaction we had feeling better and good. And that's what I want. I want to connect with people. It was so fun. See you all next year. And have you been to any conferences? If you've made it all this way past the hour mark, let me know. And I will see you all next time.